Welcome back on your Tuesday. We are just days away from the biggest night in Hollywood. We're talking about the Oscars and some of the hottest competition this year.
That's right. A lot of categories. Breaking them down all week long is our Mark S. Allen, because that's what he does. So, Mark, we're talking about Oppenheimer just off of camera, American fiction. So who are the leading men this year?
Well, I can give you three of them, three that I think have a good run for it, and the reasons that you should probably think about seeing their movies. All right, Maestro. Maestro is typically not a movie that I would go see, but I see movies for a living, so I ended up seeing the movie, and it is brilliant. It is so beautiful. The performance is amazing, some of the best this century. Bradley Cooper definitely deserves this nomination. There's a scene that takes place, a couple's fight on Thanksgiving Day in front of the Thanksgiving Day parade. We talked about that and their exercise getting into that moment. What they did, she and he would talk via Zoom for an entire year leading up to the shooting of this movie in character. Take a listen.
The Thanksgiving blowout. I would assume that kind of rhythm and that kind of workout helped.
Oh, no question. You're absolutely right. That was the key. And that scene was written years in advance, so we had a chance to really have that scene be in our DNA by the time we shot it.
It's the moment of the movie you think it's going to win. All right, moving on to this, American fiction. The moment I saw this movie, I walked into this very studio and told everybody, you got to go see this movie. Jeffrey Wright deserves the nomination and indeed deserves the win. I don't know if he's going to get it, but he's got a really good shot at it. We talked about this movie and specifically how it becomes a much bigger movie at the end. Listen.
Speaking of the sequel, right when I wanted a slate to come up that says 1 year later and see some people enjoying a lovely meal or vacation together, it actually goes into that ending that makes you realize you've seen an infinitely more important movie.
Well, you know, the movie is layered. There's a lot of stuff in there. It's satirical. There's a social, commentary element to it. There's a lot there, yes. There's a lot there. A lot to chew on.
Lot to chew on, indeed. It's one of those movies, every scene breaks open a discussion, as does Oppenheimer. Oppenheimer back in theaters. See it on the biggest screen possible. That's what I talked to Cillian Murphy about. Not only that, but seeing it on the IMAX screen specifically and shot on film, the way the director wanted it. Take a listen.
Yeah, he makes films to be seen on the biggest screen possible, to be watched by strangers in a dark room. And there's something beautiful and romantic about that.
From talking to you through the years, I know that you're grounded and humble and probably could care less about seeing your own image on a screen. With that said, is it exciting to go into an IMAX theater and see your image the size of a basketball court acting?
Yeah, I mean, I struggle looking at myself, and I don't know many actors that enjoy it, but, I'm really proud of the film. It's exciting.
And it's 3 hours long, so try to get the refillable popcorn if you go see Oppenheimer on the big screens. All right, so my friends and family will go, I hate the Academy Awards. They're always so political. So on this Tuesday, I can tell you the Academy Awards the last 2 years, not very political, and actually an entertaining show. That show is Sunday night. I predict right now Cillian Murphy is going to make history as the first Irish-born person to win the Academy Award. There you go.
I thought we had a bigger story of a guy named Murphy who was Italian. I thought you had my attention on that one.
That'd be a much deeper story. I'm going to go write that movie.
All right, Mark. Good stuff.